to the World Cup. That means Ronaldo is with the Saudi League and Portugal. Messi has to carry 2 teams. And Mbappe is part of 2 insane forward lines. This is the World Cup of Leagues vs Nations. There's 20 teams, but only 16 can make it to the knockouts. So I ran a league phase to decide the fixtures, and the 4 eliminated. France earned the top spot, with the Premier League coming a close second. Liga, which is basically PSG, finished 3rd. And surprisingly, La Liga only finished 4th with 70 points. This is how the rest of the league looked, with us saying goodbye to the Argentinian League, both American represented teams, and the Dutch League missing out on goal difference to Norway. And that gives us our fixtures for the knockouts. Now let's kick off the round of 16 with La Liga versus the Netherlands, who took a short lead with a goal early on. Team La Liga though responded quickly, showing why they're favourites to win the entire tournament with an unreal team goal. Although their defensive issues continued, with the Dutch scoring 2 goals. Then here came Bellingham with a rocket, finding the top corner. They pull one back, with Vinny levelling up the score. So the game goes to extra time, and after a big decision from the manager, he showed his level of genius. Williams with the goal to surely put La Liga through to the next round. It's all over. La Liga make their way through with a man-of-the-match performance from Bellingham, which is massive because for each game, whoever wins it gets a 99 upgrade for the rest of the tournament, along with a bonus upgrade wheel for the team that scores the best goal of the round. But for now, we stay in Spain, who are up against Germany. Florian Wirtz opened the scoring with a worldie. However, another late Williams goal sent this game to penalties, with the Germans coming short yet again as Spain progress, with the former Ballon d'Or winner Rodri earning the upgrade. Next was France vs Norway, and the French were relentless, going 4 goals up within the first 40 minutes of the game. Haaland tried his best to drag Norway back into the game, somehow managing to score 3 goals. This is actually insane. But it was too little too late as the French held on, with Dembele claiming the man of the match. England were matched up against Ronaldo and the Saudi lads, with it taken until the hour mark for Harry Kane to give England a 1-goal lead. Bellingham almost made it 2, but it was Benzema scoring next, sending this game to extra time. What has Bigfoot just done? He's gifted Coleman the goal from absolutely nothing. The floodgates opened, with Ronaldo scoring not 1, but 2 goals, helping his Saudi side knock out the English. The other English team in the tournament, thankfully without Pickford, had a slight scare, but 2 late goals from Jechlan Rice saw them through into the quarterfinals. Rodri's already had his upgrade off Spain though, so Jechlan Rice rightfully gets his upgrade. Brazil needed a late penalty to tie things up against the Bundesliga, only for them to concede with the last touch of the game. Falls to Harry Kane! He's won it for the Bundesliga and bags a hat-trick! What an eventful game, unlike the one between Liga PSG and the Portuguese League. As expected, the French team cruised through the game. Dembele already has his upgrade, so we went to João Neves instead. The final game saw Messi vs Ronaldo, with the number 7 bagging himself 2 near-post goals to send Messi home. And as Ronaldo and Neves are both one man of the match, it leaves Bruno Fernandes next in line. That rounds off the round of 16 with these 8 players now becoming 99 rated. Goal of the round also belongs to the La Liga 11 for their team goal finished off by Pedri. However, let's spin the wheel and see what upgrade Team La Liga will get. It's gonna be +5 to all the attackers. This forward line just became even more overpowered. And this then kicking off the quarterfinals against the Saudi Pro League, now with 99 Ronaldo. But they're still the underdogs and they took a surprising lead. coming so close to a second. But Team La Liga had a trick up their sleeves. Has he actually gave a penalty for that? What is this corruption? Lamine Yamal now, though, has the chance to level. Will he find the back of the net? Of course he does. It's all level. Now it was all Team La Liga throwing everything against the Saudi League 11. Bruno has had a masterclass performance, but La Liga have another chance here. Rafinha finds space, and he's put it in the top corner this time. They're on the counter-attack now, and these are the last set of forwards you would want counter-attacking you. To make it free, they have made it free. Despite a late scare from the Saudi League, Team La Liga held on. Rafinha has to get man of the match. Yep, that was obvious. He carried. In the next round, they'll face either France or Spain, and surprisingly, Spain took an early lead. The French were then given a controversial penalty. Mbappe rarely ever misses from the spot, but this time he does. Spain keep their lead. The French kept asking questions, but Unai Simon had an answer for everything thrown his way, carrying Spain to a 1-0 win and a man-of-the-match performance for himself. It was Haaland against Kane next, but it was neither of them with the open. Jechlan has bagged again. Szoboszlai with the ball out wide, puts the cross in, under the head of Jechlan Rice. He's scored again. That's his 4th goal in 2 games. What is this guy on? Harry Kane pulled one back for Team Bundesliga, only for Bruno Fernandes to restore his team's 2-goal lead just before half-time. Shortly after the restart, Diaz scored, only to be offside. This time, they wouldn't make the same mistake. Musiala with the shot! He's hit the post! The Premier League 11 are clinging on, but time's running out. And there it is! The Premier League 11 hold on and go through to the semi-finals. Somehow the man of the match has gone to Kimmich, but they're out. And it can't be Rice, it can't be Rodri, it can't be Bruno, so it goes to Gabriel. Let's go into the last quarter-final game where a bunch of players will be up against themselves. And it wasn't a good start for Portugal going behind early. Liga were doing everything they could to add a second goal. But Portugal held strong, and with Ronaldo around, you have to take your chances. The action eased up until the 70th minute with Portugal getting a bit of good fortune. Ronaldo! He scored his 2nd goal of the game. This game, all of a sudden, became the Neves show. Into Vitinha on the edge of the box, who finds Neves on his left foot. He's wrapped it into the top corner with 5 minutes to go. Portugal might have one more chance though. They do have one more chance. Neves has hit it and has found the back of the net. Minutes after leveling for the Liga on 11. He's only gone and won it for the Portuguese team. And the man of the match goes to not Ronaldo, not Neves, not Bruno, but Ignacio. 4 teams remain, and that round had some insane goals. But the bonus has to go to Neves for that unreal goal. And even though the Liga have been eliminated, he's still competing for Portugal. Not only did he send them through, he's earned them an upgrade. They're allowed another 99 rated player. Looking at their team, let's give Ronaldo some help. So Neto is now 99 rated. He's not in any other team, so it only benefits them. However, before we see them in action, which part of Spain is the best, the nation or the league? Lamine Yamal with the first attack of the game, 11 minutes in. Will he find a pass into Rafinha? Rafinha to Bellingham, goes into the box, puts it in the top corner. They're coming forward again. Spain can't get close to them. Into Mbappe on the volley. That is absolutely incredible. And they didn't stop with the attacks, absolutely hammering the Spanish goal. Thankfully, 99 rated Unai Simon was a one-man defense, keeping everything out. Until eventually, Spain managed to create a chance of their own. Yamal with the 1-2! Spain have finally woke up, and who else but Lamine Yamal? Ball comes through. Yamal has all the space in the world here to run into. Goes straight into the La Liga box. Goes straight into the back of the net. They've been second best all game, but Yamal has dragged them level. Another goal in this game will most likely be the winner. This is the last chance of the 90. Mbappe lifts it into Vinny Jr. Can he beat his man? Cuts back, lays it into Kylian Mbappe with the last kick of the game. Has eliminated Spain, sending the La Liga through to the final. But who will be facing him in the final? Will it be the Premier League 11 or Ronaldo and his Portugal side? And it's the Premier League 11 with the first attack of the game already. Soccer on the edge of the box has only gone and put them 1-0 up within the first 5 minutes. The Premier League were up for this. Little did they know, giving away that foul would produce the moment of the tournament so far. Into Ronaldo! He's just scored a bicycle kick to bring Portugal back level. Szoboszlai now though has the ball out wide. Can he deliver onto the head of Jechlan Rice, who's bagged himself another goal, giving the Premier League the lead again. The rest of the first half though, Portugal were hammering away at the Premier League goal, with Donnarumma making endless saves. Vitinha into Neves! Neves does put it away, but the linesman's raised their flag. Leao now has the chance to stretch his legs here. Floats in across. It finds the head of Bruno Fernandes, leveling the score for Portugal. And that goal sent the game into extra time, where Costa made 2 vital saves to keep his Portugal side in it. So it goes to penalties. The Premier League are by far the favourites. Oh no, it's Gabriel up first. Can he redeem himself though? He steps up, he's missed again. He wasn't the only one though. Most players are 99 rated, but somehow everyone just kept missing. So these penalties went all the way to sudden death. Mo Salah with the first penalty, nice and simple. João Felix now though, the keeper goes the right way but it creeps in. Szoboszlai up next now for the Prem, and he's blasted over. Rafael Leao can end this game. The question is, will he? Does he have the bottle? He does have the bottle. That was a mad game, but who gets man of the match? It would have been Rice. Instead, it's Diogo Dalot. Okay. Anyway, with the semi-finals done, goal of the round is the most obvious yet. Ronaldo's bicycle kick left me speechless, so this will be huge for Portugal. Every defender gets a +5 upgrade. These are how both teams are looking going into the final, but who will take home the trophy? The La Liga 11 with the first attack of the game. Yamal puts the cross in, falls to Mbappe, saved by Vinny Jr. 4 minutes in, gives the La Liga 11 the lead. That's not the start Portugal wanted, but they have their first attack of the game. Ronaldo on the volley! He's only gone and banged it in the top corner. This guy has been phenomenal this tournament. La Liga have a corner now though, looking for a quick reply onto the head of Bellingham. He's rattled the crossbar. Portugal now find themselves with some space though. Neto out wide, can he create something? Lays it off to Vitinha, who lays it off to Neves. 20 minutes in, and the Portuguese side have taken a 2-1 lead. And they were eager to add a third. But after some heroics from Courtois, he kept his side in the game, which gave them the chance to pull it back level. Rafinha puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-2 just before half-time. Who is going to take this? It's Portugal with the first chance of the second half. Neto squares it to Ronaldo. He's scored again. Portugal, they lead again. This game has been non-stop action, and it continued. Straight from kickoff, Rafinha leveled the score once again. Now at this point, the game started to get a little bit out of hand. Within the space of 20 minutes, 4 goals were scored and a penalty was given. Yamal has the chance to make it 5-4, and he does. Yeah, and it didn't stop there. They scored again. Then Mbappe scored this. Nah, he's actually just scored a bicycle kick. Rudiger added an 8th for La Liga. They've just ran away with it, crowning themselves champions of the World Cup of Nations First League.